Afar. An ethnic group that inhabits the Afar Lake salt mines, an area known as the Land of Death, or the cruelest place on earth. They are nomadic herders who are known to be fierce and unfriendly, whose attitude reflects the harsh terrain in which they live. The Afar people have inhabited this most arid place for centuries, eking out a living by mining salt, then transporting it across the desert on camels. The Afar people inhabit an area that includes several countries, but do not have political rights or borders that they can call their country. Lake Afar is part of the Danakil Depression, located in Ethiopia, which stretches for around 60,000 kilometers, and is at an altitude of 130 meters below sea level. This area is synonymous with extreme hot temperatures, with an average temperature reaching 45 to 50 degrees Celsius or half the boiling point. However, in the midst of extreme hot temperatures, the Afar Lake actually becomes a place where the Afar tribe depends on its livelihood amidst the dry salt that forms a wide expanse of white sheets. Tens of thousands of families derive their income from mining one of the world's most valuable commodities, and it is amidst these scorching salt fields that the salt trade has flourished over generations. Since 3,000 years ago, the Afar people mined the salt deposits left behind by the floods of the Red Sea. In this region, this salt trade attracts all traders in Ethiopia. They are interested in selling salt to households and farmers, where salt provides an important mineral in a country that has the largest livestock population in Africa. Generally, people like to mine salt using traditional methods and tools. They mine with axes and cut it into large slabs, then cut it again into smaller tiles weighing about 4 kilograms. The salt they succeeded in mining and forming it into tiles was then stacked and transported using camels. There were around 1,000 camels that lined up every day to transport these salt slabs to the dairy town of Hail, which was located 80 kilometers away, a journey that took about 3 days. Using camels, plus salt, the miners also have to pay a salt collection tax before they are allowed to leave. Afar Lake is a salt flat that formed from a closed basin, where rainfall cannot flow. In a wet climate, lakes will form, but in the desert the water will be heated and evaporate more quickly before being replenished by rain. Then the salts and minerals dissolved in the water are left behind as a solid layer. Once the salt of the Afar Lake had such a high value that at one time it was used as currency, but today the value of these rough slabs is only a few Ethiopian birrs, or about 40,000, at a very low price for this kind of very hard work. The Afar people feel that they have received unfair treatment. For the Afar people, this is a very difficult call to work, in addition to working very hard in the midst of hot temperatures. Very hot. They had to get up at dawn and travel up to 2 hours, to be at the mines early enough and extract as much as they could before the sun set on the western horizon. They got an average of 1 birr, or the equivalent of 5 American cents, for every tile of salt they managed to cut, while the average miner can produce around 200 tiles a day. But however, for the Afar people, this hard work with very low wages is a realistic job. This white gold trade is part of their culture, which they continue to maintain with full dedication. Therefore, they always oppose any party who tries to set up a company in this area. When in 2011 a businessman tried to set up a factory in this area, the Afar tribal elders strongly opposed the initiative and forced the company to withdraw. The Afar people were very worried that outsiders could introduce advanced technology that could mine salt easily, which would then make the people Afar was eliminated from work that has been going on for hundreds of years.